Welcome to the Empower Parent Portal video. In this video, you will learn how to navigate the Parent Portal so that you may be able to find information regarding your child's progress towards standard proficiency in various content areas. Exactly what is Empower? Empower is a learning management system that allows teachers, students, and parents to track progress towards standard proficiency, and this progress can be tracked over an extended period of time. At the end of this video, you should be able to log into the Empower website, be able to navigate your child's or other children within the district to see their current progress in each content area. Recognize the basic Empower icons for a redo, overdue, missing work, and completed proficiency in reference to standards, as well as locate and navigate your child's workbook, as well as find teacher comments related to each activity. You can log into Empower using two different ways. The first one is you can go into the http sad27.educatek12 website, or you can log into the sad27.org website and scroll down to the middle of the page where you would see the orange icon. When you click on the orange icon, it'll prompt you and bring you into a login page. Once you enter the information for Empower, you will be directed to the login page. On the left-hand side of the login page, you will see an Empower 2.3 released with an arrow that demonstrates in this short video all the new features in the Empower 2.3 version. On the right-hand side, you will see where you will enter your username and your password. Your username will be the one that was provided to you, and your password for the majority of parents and guardians will be Change Me. If you do not have that information, the username and passwords have been distributed to the front office at each of the buildings. So please inquire there if you are in need of a username and password. Once you get into the program, you are able to change your password into something that you can remember or one that you frequently use. And also, after you do this, you can do your forget password if you also change and put down a recovery email. Please note that if you do enter your password and you do not enter the correct information for either their username or password, after 3 attempts you will be locked out. If this would occur, please let either Anne-Marie Garrett or Sharon Chassis know, and they will unlock you at the admin level. To change your password, as well as to change the photo that is part of your login information, you will click on the icon near your name that says Log Out underneath. Once you do that, it'll bring you to a user information page where you can manage your profile. When you manage your profile, you can change your picture, your profile image, you can change your password, and you can additionally change your email. Again, changing your email will allow for a default if you were to forget your password, where that information can be sent to you to help recover the password. Once you change your password, you will be on the parent dashboard page. We're going to look at how we can make sense of what you see on this page so you can actually keep track of your child or any of your other children within the district and look at proficiency towards various standards identified in each content area. This progress report page has a lot of information in regards to your child and how they are performing in each content area. Let's start at the upper left-hand side where it says the student name. Underneath where it would say Brandon Stark, there is a drop-down arrow that appears, a gray arrow. You would click on that and all your other children within the district should populate below. If they are not, please let the classroom teacher know or the building administrator know so we can rectify this problem. Additionally, you can also find various reporting periods so you can reflect back on student progress over time. If we were to look on the right-hand side, you would see where it says Student Home Page. This is something that we will refer to later, but this brings you to the actual student dashboard, and how the child is performing and what the particular assignments and activities are. On the left-hand side, where you see the content area, you will see that there's some pacing that says either in progress or ahead of pace. Presently, most of the students in our district would be demonstrating at in progress. As time goes on with proficiency, you will start to see some of these colors change to ahead of pace, in progress, on pace, and behind pace. Also, some of the teachers are also learning this program and may not have as many detailed information in regards to each of the content areas. This is something that they're diligently work on, so please note that if they're not all showing up there with information, that this is something that the teachers will be completing, and hopefully by the end of trimester 1 there will be more information. On the right-hand side of the content areas, you will see a plus mark. When you enable the plus mark, that drills down even further and shows you specific activities related to each of the content areas and each of the standards. This will be demonstrated in another screen. And lastly, you will see on the right-hand side the scoring legend that explains the 4, the 3, 2, and the 1. Please note that the vocabulary of this is something that was created by the Empower programmers, and as we move forward, this language will be changing a little bit in our district to reflect how we define those particular standards. Once you click on the plus sign next to the content area, you will see a screen that looks like this. This will give you a very detailed description of what your child is working on in regards to the standards and the scores, or if they are in progress on working on that particular standard. The pieces of evidence, when you drill down on that, brings you also to a screen that shows various activities and or quizzes that your student may have participated in. In this one here, you notice that the green one, which is a quiz, was given as an exam, and the child scored a 3 of a goal score out of 3. The yellow one is indicative of an activity, and this one either has not been assigned or has not been scored yet, and so the highest score on this particular activity would be a 1. Now, as referenced earlier, various teachers are in different places in regards to how they are doing and how many activities have been provided. Some teachers are adding more activities and some are just putting in final proficiency score. Note that this is something that we are working towards, so we can have teachers be entering more pieces of evidence as we go along. But for now, some of your teachers may have pieces of evidence in there and some may not. So from this page, we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on the student home page, which will give you a picture of what your child sees when they log into their Empower. We'll be reviewing the student dashboard at this time and making sense of the icons that your child sees at that level. At the dashboard level, you'll see on the upper left-hand course where there's a description of the name of this class, and it's AP ELA 9. This is just for demonstration only. You'll also see as well as various icons. So starting at the very top, you'll see the icon in red, that's circled in red, that has an alarm clock. This indicates that the work is overdue on this particular activity. When we move to the right of that, you'll also see an icon in the red circle that looks like a rewind button. That means that the student completed that particular activity but did not attain a proficiency score on that activity. Moving further right on the edge of the page, you'll see that there is a circle that is around a symbol that looks like an envelope. This means that it was turned in, but the teacher has not corrected or given a score for that particular assignment yet. Further down on the left-hand side, you'll see a gray a circle with a star in it, and this means that the student did receive proficiency on that particular standard for that activity. To the right, you'll see locks, and these traditionally are tests that have been locked or unlocked by the teacher. If the test is unlocked. That means that the student can take the test when directed. And once the test is completed, the lock will be in place. The teacher would grade that or just reassign the test to the individual depending on how they did on that particular test. Moving up, also on this page, you will see where there is a gray box that says all activities. Now, if you are not seeing this particular screen, you will also notice that right where it says turned in but not corrected, there is a gray box there with 3 dots in it. If you click on that, you will able to have a drop-down screen. The All Activities button is a further drilling down of very specific names of activities and scores, and if a teacher were to put comments in there, that is where you would locate that. Additionally, if teachers are sharing information with students and students are turning in work through the Empower website, you would be able to see the exact work that the student had turned in. Presently, we only have a few teachers that are using this feature, and so this would be something that will be discussed at a later time or a later video. But if you are interested in seeing what those activities are, you can go ahead and click on that icon and it'll bring you to the page that I am describing. Now on this page, if you look on the left hand side, you'll see that you can move from one of your child's class to the next, but when you would click on where it says view progress report, that would bring you directly to the original screen that you logged into. That also is available on the student end, where if they view their progress report, they can see the same dashboard as you. This concludes the video on navigating the Empower Parent Portal. This is a lot of new information, and if you feel as though you would have some questions concerning the program or would like to meet face-to-face to learn more about the program, don't be afraid to contact Sharon Chassis at 834-5540 or email at sharonchassis@sad27.org to set up an appointment to go over some of the specifics involved with the Empower program. Thank you.